Well, hello there. Welcome back. My name is Gary, and this is a video for my upcoming 2025 through hike of the Appalachian Trail. And what I want to discuss today, and you see this kind of blank here, except for this, but it's my food for the trail, how I plan on eating and stuff like that. So let me start off by saying for the last year and a half, I've been practicing a carnivore way of eating, carnivore diet. Basically all meat-based, animal-based food, primarily beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And that seems to work for me. I've lost 27, 28 pounds doing it that way, and I feel great. It has no impact on my energy. My health markers are looking good, so not a problem there. So the question is how to maintain that way of eating while I'm out there hiking. I've watched in the last 2 years, I've seen two hikers that have started off with a carnivore diet. Unfortunately, they didn't totally keep it. So that may be trail conditions where their food supply is limited and you can't keep eating that way. I don't know. I don't know what's out there yet. With being a supported through hike, my brother will be able to take me into towns, maybe towns farther away, to access better stores for getting supplies. In the RV, I can pre-package food or repackage it, and I can buy in bulk and repackage in small quantities so that I don't have to. I'm not limited by what you can find off a hook inside the grocery or the Dollar General. So, um, so yeah, that's how I plan on doing it. Now, again, the trail conditions may dictate otherwise. But now I did a few years ago watch a guy named Evan, I believe is his name, and he uh, practiced a low carb way of eating, and he continued it on the trail. And so when he'd go into the store and buy groceries, he would buy specifically low carb items, and he mentioned that he had no difference for lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever. He just bought items until he had 3,000 calories per day of bought stuff in his cart, and that's how he shopped. Never tried that, and unfortunately, he did not show specifics on what he was buying. I wish I could have seen that. What I have done the last couple of hikes is I've done Spam and cream cheese as my primary. I've done jerky. My wife made homemade jerky before I headed out, so it was not the store-bought stuff. And then I'd buy little Colby Jack cheese in the little square packets, and I'd have some of those during the daytime. So jerky and cheese was my lunch, and supper at night was Spam, cream cheese, and I would wrap that up in a tortilla, flour tortilla, which is definitely not carnivore, and it had carbs in it. But it allowed me to kind of keep it packaged together in a nice and neat package while I ate it. And so that seemed to work for me pretty well. Now, this last hike, I came off the trail and I'd gained 4 pounds while I was up there, and I realized the Spam has a lot of sodium in there, a lot of sodium. So it's like, okay, did I retain water? And it could have been that what it was, because the next week, most of the weight came back off again. Then I'm down now lower than I was when I came off the trail. So it could have been the sodium intake. So I may have to rethink that. Along with that sodium, I'm getting 1,000 milligrams of sodium in each of these element packets that I mix up for my electrolytes. And I like these, but what I usually end up doing is I will take one element and one Propel and put those together in a bottle, a 16-ounce bottle of water. No, I'm sorry, it's a 0.7 milliliter, so it's 24 ounces, I think. And that makes it nice and sweet, though there's no sugar in it, but it's very tasty and gives me a lot of electrolytes. So that's my electrolyte thing. But back to the food. So I don't know how I will make that work. I've had carbs before on the trail. I mean, before I started carnivore way of eating, I would have a granola cereal in the morning. I would take a Ziploc baggie and put a cup full of granola cereal in there, and then add a third cup of powdered milk, and then I just add a cup of water to it in the morning and stir it up, and I'd prepackage that, and that'd be my breakfast in the morning. And for lunch or during the day, I had a cup full of trail mix, very high in sugar and carbs, like 800, a lot of calories. But I would have that during the day along with a pro meal bar, whatever it's called, that and some other a couple other miscellaneous snacks. And then at supper, I would generally have a Mountain House meal, a variety of them, along with maybe a peanut butter packet. That usually turned out to be my supper. So I was getting a lot of calories and a lot of carbs per day. And so I seemed to do okay, I think. It's hard to compare because I have done a hiking comparison side by side. But I did okay with that. But I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to eating a lot of carbs and sugar. My health improved quite a bit since, at least I feel like it has, since I've gone carnivore. So I don't want to go back. So with my brother supporting me, I will be able to come off, every few days, restock, so I don't have to carry a lot of food each day. And again, like I said, I can buy stuff in bulk at Walmart or Aldi's, whatever's on the East Coast, and not Dollar General store, and then store excess in the RV, and so I can be cheaper to buy. So then I'll have to give it all away if I buy extra. And also, I'm going to have a vacuum sealer bag thing, whatever you call it, in the RV, so that if I buy things in bulk, that I can pre-cook, and then I can reseal them, freeze them, or just reseal them, then take them out, and I just got to cut them open and eat that way. That's what I did with my Spam when I went on the 4-day hike, 3 nights of Spam and cream cheese. And that worked okay. Again, the sodium turned out maybe an issue. And so I'm not sure, I might try it for a while and see if that works. Don't know how many days I can eat Spam for supper. That may be an issue. But I like Spam. I like cream cheese. So at this point, it may be a place to start. Again, for 6 months, don't know if I can handle that long. I may have to find other options in the grocery store. But anyhow, that's what my plan is. I really didn't touch about, like I said, when I did lunches was, I did jerky and cheese, block cheese or Kobe Jack cheese. And I may do something similar to that. I haven't found some sugar-free jerky in the store that tastes all that great. I bought some from Walmart last year. And I would have brought a lot of it home after the hike just because it was not that tasty. So we'll see. It may change a lot. And I'm not saying that I will be super strict. In other words, if I come by and somebody's got Trail Magic and there's something good there, I may partake. When I come off trail for zeros or Neros or whatever, just restock in the RV. Not saying that I won't go out to eat at a restaurant and get something, at a restaurant. That's not carnivore. So I have, the last 18 months on this carnivore diet, I have gone out to eat at restaurants occasionally. Sometimes it's just give me a steak. Other times it's, especially Mexican restaurant. I eat a lot. So in the long term, it hasn't hurt me. Even in the short term, it doesn't seem to be, other than maybe the next day my weight will be up a little bit. So I'm not opposed to eating that way occasionally on the AT while I'm hiking that. I just don't want to totally go away from the carnivore way of eating. I think it's a good way of eating. I think it has a lot of health benefits for a lot of people. So, so I like to keep doing that as much as possible, and I may have to adapt as I go along. Who knows? But I don't want to keep rambling, so I want to stop here. So thank you very much for watching. If you got any comments, suggestions on how to do this way of eating on the AT, please drop them down below, and I'd love to hear from you. And so with that being said, thank you very much again for watching, and hope you all have a great day, and hope to see you out there. Bye-bye.